When you see the name Leatherman, you know you're going to get a quality piece of equipment, and there's no exception when it comes to the Leatherman Super Tool 300. This is the EOD version, and what we're going to do, we're going to give you an overview of that multi-tool. We're going to show you all the items that you get, and we're going to show you why you should incorporate something like this here into your system. So let's crack on, let's get rid of the box and show you the nice sleek, this is our blackened version. And say it's a lovely sleek on the outside. What you will notice is all the tools are accessed from the inside, so the multi-tool has to be opened, two-hand opening, to get access to all your tools inside. But it is worth noting, on the exterior of the multi-tool you do have a cleaning rod adapter. Now you can use that, get the additional cleaning rod, and you can use that for if you're cleaning a pistol or something like that there, just screw it in there and you're good to go. There is also another cleaning rod adapter inside the multi-tool, and we'll show you that in a moment. So let's crack on. The overall length of the multi-tool when closed is 4.5 inches, and the weight of the multi-tool is 10 ounces. So it is a heavy duty multi-tool, and it will prove to you why this is such a heavy duty tool when you see all the items that you get. So let's crack on, open her up. Two-handed opening, as I said, and what you'll notice first of all is the monster pliers that we have there. And straight away you guys will notice that you have got the replaceable, they're 154 cm, 154 cm replaceable wire fuse cutters, which is a great option. So if you do use them, you use them on all multi-tools. If you do end up breaking them, you can just unscrew it there, get the replacements, pop it in, job done. Same on the other side. There's your other adapter for a cleaning rod, so it means you can touch a cleaning rod there and you will get a longer pull on the tool. Going through the rest of the head, we've got a really monstrous, I'll show you the comparison later, but we've got a monstrous set of pliers. So going through the whole lot, you have got your Needlenose Pliers, you've got your cap crimper, you have your standard wire cutters, you have electrical crimper just down the bottom, and it's just packed full there. It's a lovely design for your pliers. You can see that. And I say it is a hefty multi-tool when you're holding it in your hand. So really workable pliers. And what I found, some of the plier heads you can get on different multi-tools are quite stiff. These are quite free to open and close. So it will make, if you are using it with one hand, you can get by using it with one hand. So we will show you the inside of the tool, and it's coming on the side here. You do have a replaceable punch. Again, you can use that there if you're taking apart a firearm, or as an emergency punch, you can use that. And say if you do damage it or want to replace it, just screw it off, and there you are. Get your replacement, get your other adapters for that, screw it back on, job done. Quite pointy at the end, so I said I'd be confident using that as a glass break, for a punch. So you've got like a rescue tool there as well, and which is very, very handy to have if you're in a vehicle. So that's that out of the way. Coming up next, we'll just show you the monster tin opener. Has got our usual wee nail connector there if you want to pull it out with your nail, but it is very easy to get. All these tools are very easy to deploy out. Now if you see that, if you wish, you can grease that up if you just want the one tool out, but to be honest, it's no real issue. We'll show you our first set of screwdriver bits. So you've got a flathead and you've got your Phillips, and what I'll do is I'm going to put all the sizes. If you guys are interested in the sizes of the bits that you get, I'll put all them in the description box for you. And of course you get your lanyard ring there. which is very, very handy. I actually have that just drifting off a wee bit. Just have a small wee monkey's fist attached to that at any one time, and then when it's in my bag or on my kit, I can just grab and pull it out. So it's very, very handy there. And then the last tool on that side is our saw, and you'll see the teeth on the saw are very robust, very, very sharp, very, very aggressive. Now you will notice is the multi-tool, the saw is quite thin. Now that can be a very good help when you're cutting through limbs, that there's not a thicker blade to for resistance going through it. So for me, and the role I would use this in is when you're cutting limbs, if you're going to do a bit of fire prep or something out there, you can just spray that up with a wee bit of lubricant just to make the cut even easier. But with such a thin profile of saw, you'll find buzzing through stuff very, very easy. Because the saw locks into place, there's no wiggle movement at all. It is in there very, very secure, and you just depress the button here to release and put it away. On the other side, we come to what everybody looks for in a multi-tool, and that's our blade. And you'll see there they've gone for the parts serrated. Very, very nice. Razor sharp out of the box. Serrations are unbelievably sharp out of the box. And it's such a nice knife to work with. I've just used this with light duties. At the minute I always carry an EDC blade anyway, but if needs be, you've got a very robust knife there, and quite a thick blade actually as well. When you come to look at that, it's quite a nice thick blade. It is over the 3-inch UK legal carry limit, so just be wary guys for carrying this as an EDC knife or multi-tool. Personally, I still carry it on my kit, and that hasn't been an issue because it's rolled into a job roll for me, so there's no bother there. But just check your local laws anyway. Again, just will depress the lock and put the knife away, and that is all on that wee part. You can see very nice thick area just to pull your knife out. Now we come to the rest of our bits, and as you can see, we have a monster flathead, two big thick flatheads. You can see them, how thick they are, and we've got an awl with a thread part as well. But you can see that very, very robust tool to have. So getting them out of the way, just bring us to our last wee tool, which I love, as a mini hacksaw, and the blade's replaceable. So you can just pop that out. If you break it or it becomes blunt, pop that out, and then you can get a replacement one and pop it in again. Now that there is coming in very, very handy to have on your kit. If you're like me, say I cycle to work sometimes, and sometimes we find that people are locking their bikes to other people's bikes, and it's easier just to have a hacksaw on you to have to cut a lock or cut the chain on a bike. So not sort of endorsing cutting bike chains, but I've had to do it myself to get my own bike released. But there you go, it's a lovely wee hacksaw to have. It's an option to have in the toolkit, something that you don't usually see in Leatherman multi-tools, except when you go up to the heavy duty kit like this here, is the integration of a hacksaw blade. So putting that away, that's it. That's your tools. It's a lovely multi-tool to have. Now, rolling in why you should buy that compared to, we'll just go to what, so the industry standard for most people for multi-tools is going to be the Leatherman Wave. Now, first of all, you can see your size comparison difference in the two. It's a much beefier multi-tool. A lot bigger, a lot thicker. This is going to be your heavy duty equipment. This is for me for everyday carry, for what you're going to use generally for a multi-tool. Go for that there. But if you're in environments or you want to prep something like a bug out bag or maybe any sort of emergency kits, or again you military guys, and you know you're going to be dealing with harsh environments with big, you want a multi-tool that's just gonna rock on and not gonna give you any problems. That's why I would go for something like that there. It's a lot more robust, it's easy to use, it has that second kind of cool factor. It just looks like a sexy bit of kit. It is a really nice multi-tool to have. Now, sheath options for this, you get their MOLLE compatible nylon sheath with heavy duty velcro, and what you can do is you have a wee drip hole there, so you can, if needs be, just store your multi-tool down like that. If it's in constant use, just have it sitting there like that there, and then it's easy for you just to pull it out and get access to it. But it does sit very nice. Does take up that sort of heavy duty nylon pouch really well, and on the sides you have elasticated areas if you want to attach something else into there. Maybe you want to put a fire steel down there, you can do that. There's your MOLLE compatible. Your nylon is very thick, heavy duty quality, and then you've got your popper on the bottom for that. Again, comparing size wise to something like your standard one for a Leatherman wave. Other pouches are available, that's one I've had for years, so but that's what you get. Now, for an EDC roll, carrying it on your belt, it is a huge multi-tool. That's why, for me, I wouldn't carry this in an EDC roll on my belt, but I would carry that there all day, every day, on my rucksack, on an emergency kit bag. You know it's there if you need it, and it's just a cracking tool to have. So there you go, guys, that is the review of the Leatherman Super Tool 300. Check out Heinnie.com for all our details on pricings and for other Leatherman products. All links below for this multi-tool and other Leatherman products will be below. This has been Mr. Man for Heinnie.com, and thank you for your support. Please like, share, subscribe, and +1 us on Google+. Thanks very much. See you in the next video.